what in the name of all things sacred? Woo! That's what I'm talking about! He don't miss!
Kickoff Classic started our 2022 season off with a bang. How exciting and refreshing were those top 4 teams, and I'm looking at you, Seattle.
You have got to be kidding me!
We're still hyped, but now we turn our gaze to opening weekend. With so many fresh faces and new places, we're highlighting 3 AR players we're pumped to see play all season long. Here's our preseason ARs to watch for 2022.
Heard you and your crew got a problem with me. I gotta be honest, it ain't bothering me. You want a bunch of sheep, keep following me.
Starting our list is the one bright spot from Optic Texas's weekend, Dashy. It wasn't the tournament result Optic Texas wanted, but it was also a preseason exhibition. So let's keep our takeaways in the proper perspective. One thing that's clear, Dashy is back to slay out the league.
Big Bruce, the biggest of Bruce's finds 2. A 3rd kill from Dashy, that is obscene!
In his one series versus the LA Thieves, Dashy was the only player on either team to net a positive KD on all 4 maps. He also had the highest overall KD for the series, going 88 and 70 for an impressive 1.26. We know KD isn't everything, especially in this current title, but it should still instill hope for Greenwall fans seeing Bruce playing in top form as a main AR. We're excited to see the adjustments Optic Texas makes for Major 1, and if Dashy can get his first chip in over 3 years.
Little bit of magic from Dashy still flowing through the veins.
Up next, after a fantastic LAN debut for the LA Thieves, we have to highlight the human turret, Octane. What a weekend it was for Sam LaRue, filled with smiles, snipes, and a top 4 finish. All things we've missed associating with Octane. Here's hoping this becomes a pattern this season, because watching Octane snipe was a real treat.
And Octane, that is not an AR! What is going on? Octane, it is a shooting gallery here!
It should be mentioned the entire LA Thieves team had their moments over the weekend, but it was Octane's semifinals performance versus Toronto we'd like to focus on. In both hardpoints, Octane really stepped up for his team. During a map 1 victory on Bocage, he led the lobby going 34 and 23, a KD of 1.48. The next map was a heartbreaking 2-point loss on Tuscan Hardpoint, but Octane still turned in a tippable performance of 25 and 22. In the semifinals, Octane led all players on both teams with a series KD of 1.21.
Oh, we're on the POV! That's what we wanted!
The vibes are high for this LA Thieves squad after this great top 4 showing, and we can't wait to watch the evolution of this roster. Our last player to feature goes to the man that's tasted nothing but success since his CDL debut, Toronto Ultra's Insight. The Ultra have formally announced their 2022 Revenge Tour and set the tone for the rest of the league, emerging as our Kickoff Classic champions. Before diving into Insight's weekend performance, let's take a look at his placing since coming into the CDL last year. Insight started his career with a major victory, then never finished below 3rd the rest of the way, capping his year by taking 2nd at Champs. Now, with Kickoff Classic, Insight starts his year off a winner again. Talk about a way to start your pro career, huh? Jumping back to the Kickoff Classic, the Ultra showed up all tournament long, but it was Insight that really shined in the finals versus Seattle. He was quiet the first 2 maps for Insight standards, but on maps 3 and 4, he took over.
Insight on a 5. Insight's living inside the hill. There's 2. The flank again from Insight.
On map 3, Tuscan Control, Insight led the way with a highly tippable 1.5 KD. He followed that up 1 map later on Berlin Hardpoint with a massive 2.44 KD, barely trailing his teammate Vance's insane 2.45. As you might have guessed, Insight led the way for finals overall KD, dominating with a 1.25. It's exciting and a bit scary to think Insight has achieved this level of play without having completed a full pro season yet. The question now is, who can stop the Toronto Ultra from not only being the kings of the North, but the kings of the whole league?
Dashy, lightning strikes twice. That's going to be 9 in a row for Octane.
Your Kickoff Classic champion.
Got no competition, this shit just a game to me. In the kitchen whipping, all you're sounding lame to me. How you gon' bite when I knock your teeth out? How you gon' fight when I push your lights out?
There you have it, our 3 AR players to watch heading into the 2022 season. How'd we do with our picks? Is there any player we missed that you think deserves a spot? Let us know in the comments below. Also, stay tuned for our SMG players to watch in the upcoming days. Subscribe and we'll keep you up to date for the season launch.